is no planet B. There is no planet blah, 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 blah. This is not about some expensive, politically correct green act of bunny hugging or blah, blah, blah. Build back better, blah, blah, blah. Green economy, blah, blah, blah. Net zero by 2050, blah, blah, blah.
Love it. Absolutely love what she said there. Let's get more on this and much more with Sven Harmeling on this subject, and he is an international climate policy coordinator at the Climate Action Network in Europe, and he joins us now live from Bonn. Welcome to the show. I'm sure you heard there what Greta Thunberg said. There is no planet B, no planet blah, blah, blah. She's absolutely right, isn't she, to criticise policy leaders?
I mean, the truth of this criticism is definitely that the plans that we see on the table for many countries in terms of their national climate action, that they don't add up to what we need to deliver on the goals of the Paris Agreement, which is in particular limiting global heating to 1.5 degrees. And for that to achieve, we need to globally at least halve emissions this decade by 2030, basically. Better even more, and the plans are potentially even going to an increase over that period or compared to some years ago. And that's, I think, the main point of our criticism, that there's a lot of talk about green recovery, net zero and so on, but when it comes to the real plans, they don't match those rhetorics, and that's something which is very concerning, of course.
And I always ask this question because I never seem to get the answer I want. How do you monitor those pledges and those promises that they all make, as Greta said, blah, 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 and make them accountable? If you say, I commit to doing this by X, prove it, do it. Where is that monitoring and accountability?
Well, I mean, for example, the UN Climate Secretariat just basically 10 days ago launched a report where it analyzed the most recent national climate plans. And what I said earlier is that there is this big gap in action that's missing. Basically, is drawn from that report. One of the challenges, of course, that the international community only agreed on, let's say, very global high-level goals and did not find a mechanism which would spell this out for each and every country. So countries come forward with what they think they might be doing, and some have improved their plans over the last year, like the EU, like the US, some other countries, still not enough. But that's always a challenge, that it's up to something, and then there's an analytical report showing it's not enough. But we've seen this for many years and many times, and now it's really the time for urgent action to move away, subsidies away from fossil fuels. Still hundreds of billions of dollars a year are put into subsidies for fossil fuels, and that can go on. We need to invest much more into renewables. We need to protect forests everywhere, and there's a lot of co-benefits and opportunities how to do it in a way that it helps countries to develop much cleaner and much more resilient.
Thank you so much for speaking to us today. Sven Harmeling, live from Bonn.